Holyrood's Local Government Housing and Planning Committee has investigated delivery of the Community Empowerment Act. The committee says more could be done to try and meet demand for growing spaces such as allotments. Committee Convener Ariana Burgess MSP met plot holders at Midmar Allotments to share the findings with them.
So the Community Empowerment Act came out in 2015 and there were various things that were brought forward and kind of gave provision within that act. And part 9 is allotments. So the Local Government Housing and Planning Committee decided, let's have a look. How is that piece of legislation working for people who want to grow food, who want to be part of allotments?
The report also recognised that there are health benefits from having an allotment.
I get a lot of produce to eat and I enjoy the community spirit.
Well, we've had our allotment for a very long time, way back in the 1980s. I was brought up on a market garden. Then I became an academic and I decided that I needed to get back to growing. And the second thing is I love to work with other people to share common interests in plants.
I think the crux of it is that there's massive demand, and a big piece of the demand has come from COVID, from people kind of being more at home and realising actually they want a little patch of earth to do something in.
So what can the government do to encourage that and perhaps cut down the lengthy, years-long waiting lists?
It's a challenging thing. So it's kind of like local authority led, it's demand led. So people need to get together and say, we want an allotment or we want a community growing space. I think maybe not enough people know that, you know, it's through demand that they could actually have that come forward. They could get together as a group. I mean, the part of the challenge is identifying, you know, finding the people in your neighbourhood who also have the same impulse. So that's a piece of the puzzle that needs to be figured out. How do they find each other? And it's not to buy it, it would be just that, you know, if it's city land or, you know, how is the way to then actually use it. And I think that's an interesting thing too, that's not just about allotments, but in the Community Empowerment Act, I think one of the things that came forward is it's not necessarily that we need to own land, it's the right to use it and to use it over time.
Do you hope that this new report, do you hope that that might help?
Yes, it's an excellent report. I hope it's acted upon. For this particular allotment site, the waiting list is in the region of 12 years. And so we had someone recently join us and they'd been waiting for 14 years. So it's just dreadful and something needs to be done. And it's unclear how you can get extra land. It's all about getting land, using land which is easy to acquire. And that's a challenge for the government.
Because I think the intention is right, but I think what we've discovered is that there's some tweaks that need to happen to really unleash community empowerment.